Welcome back. We're going to disassemble. This is obviously the passenger side. I've already disassembled the other side. I got it on video, but it wasn't the best. At that time I was still using the cell phones and so on and so forth. So now, Bruiser, go on. Hank, Bruiser, whatever your name is, go on. Go on, get. Sorry about that, guys. I've got my mutt pup here. He's called by different names depending on his attitude at the time. My wife's calling him in there. Anyway, sorry for the interruption. Let's go ahead and get this thing disassembled. I'm just using a pry bar and going around to get that loose. It's a little easier if you don't try to take it all off on one side. It takes a little bit of the pressure off, comes off a little easier. Anyway, yeah, on the other side I was trying to use my cell phone as the camera, and when I disassembled it, and the video was just terrible. Anyway, this being the passenger side, the threads are normal, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. On the other side, like I mentioned before in the other video, that it's a reverse thread, so right's going to be loosened on the other side. Anyway, let's take our Allen wrench and we'll get this split nut loosened up. Got a little catch in it. There we go. Really, this kit is the only thing I noticed with it, any defect, I didn't get with the kit. I didn't get the bolts that hold the calipers on. I went and picked those up at the local hardware, and I'm gonna have to take this dust cap and dimple it. It fits really loose, and it's one of those deals where I know she's going down the road, it's going to want to fly off if she doesn't have a hubcap. If she has a hubcap on it, then it's going to be laying inside the hubcap. I'm going to try to take and dimple that a little bit to get a little better grip on that rotor. Let's go ahead and slide all this off. I'm going to put the cap back on. We'll save that assembly. Disconnected the brake line from the back. We're going to leave the assembly together and just squirrel it away with the drum. Let's go ahead and get, I'm using a 15 millimeter. We'll go ahead and get this backing plate off. You can hear the welcoming committee there. Somebody went down the drive. Alright, what I'm going to do now, I need to get all this cleaned up. We'll take a wire brush, just wire brush this steering knuckle, get everything cleaned up. I had to kind of stop and clean my bolts up before I put this bracket on. I just got a little bit of the nasty off of them. We'll get these started, and then we'll run them in with our end back. Don't need to kill it with torque. Alright, now we are ready to put our rotor on there. I'm going to make sure, just double check everything is good and clean. Make sure everything's seated good. Preloaded the bearing. I'm going to back it off a little bit. Okay. And I'm just going to ease into this till it starts getting a little bit snug. See, that's too snug. I want it to roll free. There we go. I'm going to tighten that down right there. You want to get that pretty tight. It keeps the nut from backing off, obviously. Okay. I like that. Now, I had to dimple this because it fit too loose. Now it's fitting snug. I don't know if you can see this or not. I'm going to try to do a good job of showing you. I took a center punch and I punched all the way around that, which makes a dimple on the inside. I don't know if you can see that dimple there or not. Okay. I'm going to obviously, I'm going to have to retouch that paint because I damaged it. Anyway, there you go. That's got the rotor on the spindle. Now with the caliper, it's really straightforward. I just set it on there and you'll roll it around. Align your bolts. You can't, obviously the camera's not going to allow you to see what I'm doing. We've got our bolts ran in there. We're going to tighten it up. Okay, there you have it. Once I retouch this with some paint and get our line run, we'll be ready well, we won't be ready to bleed the brakes. We'll be ready to run the line. I'm going to change the master cylinder, and yeah, we'll get them bled, wrap it up.